Welcome, respected friends, co-sadhakas, students of this great Upanishad. What a wonderful heart you have, antakarana you have, that you want to study the Shastras, understand them. Keep it up. It's a very, very noble inner sadguna. Coming up to the Shastra Shravana Adhyana level is such a highest thing that there are only three more things left after that. Understanding them, doing sadhana, reaching the goal. बस 3 कदम है, उतना आगे तक पहुंच गए. If you have come to the level of wanting to study Shastras, no, it is not an accidental happening just like by the lottery. It is consciously and by the grace of divine evolution happened for so many lives. Understanding the preciousness of this mood, this inclination, make full use of it by really involving in the deep study of Shastras and doing sadhana, and even do the sankalpa for the same for the future also. Wonderful it is to have you, respected friends. All respects, regards, love for you. What subject we are studying is Chandogya Upanishad. In that, out of 8 chapters, in the first one, Udgita Vidya, in the very first Khanda, okay, out of 23 Khandas, what is subject discussed is the OMKARA Mahima, Pranava Mahima, Udgita Mahima is told by the Shruti Mata, explained by the Bhashyakara. With that Mahima understood, Mahima accepted what we are suggested, only suggested, not insisted, not compelled. What we are suggested is to have the Om Pranava as the Alambana for the Upasana of the Paramatma. Not 1 minute, 1 day, 2 days, but continuously throughout the life. So that through that Upasana, from our side, we are doing Chitta Shuddhikaranam. From that side, the Om, being Paramatma's name, being his Pratika, being Paramatma himself, from that side also, the Anugraha will come to us. With the Antakarana Shuddhi here, with the Anugraha there, with our efforts, our next job is to, again, through the Shastras, understanding the Paramartha Tattva, Paramatmika Tattva, the reality. Then pursue it, realize it, and be liberated from the not self. This is what is the subject we are dealing, discussions we are doing. And a very beautiful way, the Pranava Mahima told here in a unique manner, adding to what we have studied about Pranava Mahima in other Shastras. Whether it is Srimad Bhagavad Gita, whether it is entire Mandukya Upanishad, whether it is the Katha Upanishad, Prashna Upanishad, Mundaka Upanishad, even Brihadaranyaka Chandogya, everywhere where all the Rishis Munis have accepted the supremacy of Om as Alambana, and they have practiced it and they got blessed. So imagine that state of our mind, that having heard all these things, heart in heart we are clearly convinced. Like everything is understanding, conviction, and avoidance, isn't it? Like this is what is the breakfast I have to have. It's an understanding, it's a conviction, it's an avoidance. These are the exercises I have to do. This is my profession, these are my friends. All of that is a little thinking, an understanding, a conviction, and avoidance. Here also, we are taught, we are listening, we will think, we understand, and next two steps are our freedom, getting convinced and getting abided in taking the Om as our Alambana. Isn't it? So we in heart, imagine that state has come. That convincingly we took Pranava Omkara as Upasana Alambana and we are going on doing the Om Upasana, taking it as Paramatma's Nama and also Pratika. Come to that stage, then that Om will bless us. We are blessing ourselves because something as Alambana we took as. For what? That for what should not be forgotten. For the Antakarana Shuddhi. For what? That Antakarana Shuddhi, that also should not be forgotten. The Antakarana Shuddhi is to single pointedly pursue the Paramatma Tattva. Because the Ashuddha Antakarana has the multi-pointedness, has the extrovertedness, has the tiredness, exhaustion, fatigue. Such Antakarana cannot pursue the Brahman. Again, for what? We have to ask. Because only in the Brahma Anubhuti there is moksha. So these clarities for us to have, that we are seated here studying every day the Upanishads. So let us enjoy uh, applying ourselves fully with prema bhakti shraddha the study of this Chandogya Upanishad, the further mantras up to 5 we have seen, 6th to 7th we'll study today, whatever possible, as much our Shakti concentration permits every day. Now, along with that, we also have our Shanti Mantrocharana, Mangalacharana Shloka, Sankalpa for the sadhana, for the Adhyatmika Sanatana Dharma and Vishwa Adhyatmika Pragati. We also have our beautiful Sapta Devata Vedic chanting today, which we have learned from last 14 days. We also have our Rishi Gayatri Mantra to chant for 5-10 minutes. Finally, we also have some take home point for our common sense. Good, this 1.5 hour, we know what we are going to do. We know what we are going to gain. Let us do what we know. Start. Om. 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 ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्यासम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः ॐ यैरिमे गुरुवे पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम् ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ॐ निधये सर्ववेद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः ॐ ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलं स्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे ॐ व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः ॐ सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् ॐ विदितानमया विशदैककला न च किञ्चन काञ्चनमस्ति गुरो द्रुतमेव विदेहि कृपां सहजां भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम् ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि ॐ परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। छान्दोग्योपनिषदः आचार्येभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षकैवल्यप्राप्त्यर्थं श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणेतिहाससन्तवाङ्मयोक्त साध्यसाधनानुभवसिद्ध्यर्थं तत्रोक्तऋषिमुनिगुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रहानुभवप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्तिविश्वध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थं धर्मसंस्थापकानां नित्यनिरन्तरदिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराममन्दिरवत् शिवकृष्णादिमन्दिरादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरन्तरशास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापना उपासना यज्ञयागसाधना सेवा तपस्या प्रार्थनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तरशत्रुविघ्नशाश्वत समूलनिर्मूलनपूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिकहैन्दव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्षपुरुषार्थानां सुसम्प्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सङ्कल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम् अनेकशास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नमध्ये सामवेदान्तर्गत छान्दोग्योपनिषदः श्री आद्यशंकर भाष्य सहित अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम अथ सामवेदान्तर्गत छान्दोग्योपनिषद पूज्य श्री आद्यशंकर भगवत्पाद विरचित मंगलाचरण श्लोकः 2 times। ओम सच्चिदानंद सांद्राय सर्वातीताय साक्षिणे नमः श्री देशिकेन्द्राय शिवाय शिवघातिने। ओम सच्चिदानंद सांद्राय सर्वातीताय साक्षिणे नमः श्री देशिकेन्द्राय शिवाय शिवघातिने। अथ उपनिषदः शांति मंत्रः 2 times। ओम आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रम् अथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदं माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्यां मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्त्वनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तो ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। ओमाप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदं माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्यां मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्त्वनिराकरणं मेऽस्तु तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तो ओम शांतिः शांतिः शांतिः। अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः प्रथमः खण्डः पारायणम्। Spend 3 minutes in practicing the chanting of the first khanda. Om ओमित्येतदक्षरम् उद्गीतम् उपासीत ओम इति उद्गायते तस्य उपव्याख्यानम् येषां भूतानां पृथिवीरसः पृथिव्या आपो रसः अपामोषधयो रसः ओषधीनां पुरुषो रसः पुरुषस्य वाग्रसः वाचः ऋग्रसः ऋचः सामरसः साम्नः उद्गीतः रसः स एष रसानागं रसदमः परमः परार्ध्यः अष्टमः अयमुद्गीतः कतमा कतमर्क कतमत् कतमत् साम कतमः कतम उद्गीत इति विमृष्टं भवति वागेव ऋक् प्राणः साम ओम इति एतदक्षरम् उद्गीतः तद्वा एतन्मिथुनं तद्वाक्च प्राणश्च ऋक् साम च तदेतन्मिथुनम् ओमिति एतस्मिन् अक्षरे संसृज्य सगं सृज्यते यदा वै मिथुनौ समागच्छत आपयतौ वै तौ अन्योन्यस्य कामम् आपयिताः वै कामानां भवति य एतदेवं विद्वान् अक्षरम् उद्गीतम् उपास्ते तद्वा एतत् अनुज्ञा अक्षरम् यद्धि किंच अनुजानाति ओम इति एव तदाह एषः एव समृद्धिर् यदनज्ञा समर्दयिताः वै कामानां भवति य एवं विद्वान् य एतदेवं विद्वान् अक्षरमुद्गीतमुपास्ते तेन इयं त्रयी विद्या वर्तते ॐ इति आश्रावयते ॐ इति शगंसति ॐ इति उद्गायति एतस्य एव अक्षरस्य अवचित्यै महिम्ना रसेन तेन उभौ कुरुतः यश्च एतदेवं वेद यश्च न वेद ज्ञानात् विद्या च अविद्या च यदेव विद्यया करोति श्रद्धया उपनिषदा तदेव वीर्यवत्तरं भवति इति खलु एतस्य एव अक्षरस्य उपव्याख्यानं भवति. See, chanting when we are doing every day, that familiarity is coming, that confidence also is gained. Same way, study also when we do, the understanding, the confidence will come. Same way, sadhana also when we do, the confidence will come up. This is how the sadhana has to be done. And when it is done, the results start coming. When the results start coming, the confidence in life grows. The joy in life grows. The contentment in life grows. As the life's purpose is achieved, there is a great, great fulfillment. This is how you and I have to mold ourselves towards the greater, higher, diviner, nobler. Now, we have come up to what point? If you remember the entire sequence of events that are developed to bring to our cognition the Mahima of Om. Now, when the Om Mahima is told, listen to that, think about that, understand that. After that, accepting or non accepting, little bit think about it. No biasness while listening to it. Don't bring any other thing in your mind while listening to one subject. है ना, कोई कोई बात कह रहे हैं तो पहले उनको सुनो ना. Why are you bringing all other things to pollute or dilute that person's explanation? Even if your children, servants say something, listen to that attentively. Don't disturb them with your thoughts, your emotions, your preconceived notions. Then you will not be able to understand what they are saying, therefore, what is their standpoint, therefore, what is correctness in them. Then our responses cannot be ideal or perfect. Then instead of eking out through that interaction something substantial for ourselves and the person in front, we only develop the quarrel, ego clash. So here also, beautiful it is. Om Mahima with so much of utmost commitment and devotion. The Shruti Mata is telling, like the mother प्यार से खाना बना के है ना उसको खिलाती है बच्चों को. See that mother's love of making the food and feeding the child. The child says, no, I don't want this, I want junk food. Then it is his mistake. Child's. He will suffer by demanding it, by going for it. Just abiding to the mother's love, he receives that food. He is healthy. Isn't it? He is very healthy. Krishna never went for junk food. What mother gave, he had. Therefore, he was very healthy. Isn't it? See that. And then Sonepe Suhaga, how Bhagavan Adi Shankara is clearing to us the understandings wherever it is tough. The tough tasks are not those he is opening and keeping in front. See the sincerity of Shrutimata, sincerity of Bhashyakara, how they are trying to guide us, to make us understand about the Pranava Mahima. So they started Om, Om iti etat, Om iti etad aksharam, Om iti etad aksharam udgitam. Accusative case. What we have to do with that? Upasit. So the first line should be felt with all the bhashya explanation. Om iti etad aksharam udgitam upasit. So Om नामक ये अक्षर जिसका और एक उद्गीत उसका उपासना करिए. Upasita, to be done. You must do, it is not said. it must be done, it is said. There's difference between the active way of saying, passive way of saying, isn't it? And Shruti Mata, Paroksha Priyayi Devaha, passively only says most of the times. Maybe in Purana Itihas sometimes the actively it is said, you must do. It must be done is said by Shruti Mata. That is her respect for all of us, respect for our freedom. है ना, ये करना चाहिए कहा जाता है, तुम करो ऐसा नहीं कहा जाता. But the wise person should accept that it is said to me only. है ना, when the father says, hey, should get up early morning, and to whom he said, he didn't say to us, so it's not for us. So we'll sleep till afternoon. The child should not be like that. Indirectly, he told it to me only. Here also, Udgita Upasita means by all. And in all the passive cases, more than the person, the action is important. Isn't it? So here action is Omkara Upasana. Omkara Upasana is important. Whoever accepts and practices it, they are blessed. So that's how even in the language employed, the way of grammar utilized, the voices, the plurals, singulars, all of them matter. All of them have so much to convey. That's why the mysticism of the Upanishads only a highly evolved intellects can grasp. We are at a 0.01% level. We means me. आप लोग संत है, महात्मा है, पहुंचे हुए हैं, but I go through slowly. My very less. So Om iti etadaksharam udgitam upasita. Om we know. Suddenly this udgita word where you have brought from. Om iti udgayati. Ataha Om Om pranavasya अन्य नामः उद्गीतः. है ना, ओम कहते हुए the udgana is done by the Samavediya. That is a tradition. Therefore, we are not devaluing the Om's value by giving it another name. We are adding only another feather. And like in your shelf to the existing cups which you have won. Another cup you have won, let us say in another competition. You bring it and put it in the shelf. It is not reducing the value of the other cups there. It is adding to the whole collection. Isn't it? So too, by saying Udgita, we are only increasing the value of Om. That the entire Samaveda is called as Udgita. That value respect is given to Om. Like our Indian Prime Minister, when he is given a highest honor, some award by other country when he goes, they are not taking away from him his Indian Prime Ministership or citizenship or any other aspects. They are only adding to it. Isn't it? In the same way, Udgita is the extra added name only, a respect added only. Om iti udgayati. By taking Om in the beginning, when Samavedi is chanting his Samaveda, he is respecting Om. Therefore, it is an addition to Om only when you say Om is Udgita. अच्छा गाना गा रहा है तो उसको गायक बोलो तो you will feel happy only, like that. Now, why that Akshara Omkara Upasana has to be done? Tasya Upavyakyanam. We give a precise short commentary on the glory of Om for you to lift your intellect to understand. Some of them are direct open, some are mystical, some are revealed when you practice the Om Upasana with faith. All things are not told or not known in advance. Many things are known in advance, some while doing, some of them after it is done, the result. In the same way here also, we are doing the Upavyakyanam. So, Evam Upasanam, Evam Mahima, Evam Phalam. These are the three things are told. Evam Upasanam, then that for Mahima the word used is Evam Vibhuti. Vibhuti means its variety of expression, its glory. Vibhuti is Mahima only. So, ye Vibhuti hai Om ka. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are told here. Before that, Om is Bhagwan's Abhidhanam, and that is Nedishtam Abhidhanam. All of that already told. Again, I will not study. And that with Om, when you utter the Lord, he'll be more prasanna, happy than anything else. These are all the experiences of those rishis they are putting in front of us. And that we have to have faith in them. And we do only one thing, not the other. So we get biased by that one. That is why in all life's transactions, especially spiritually, unbiasedness is most important. When we are already biased, preconceived notion, conditioned, then we won't get benefited, isn't it? And the whole purpose of spirituality Vedanta is to decondition us. So much so that the Guru, having taught the entire Brahma Vidya, still he doesn't want to condition the disciple. Therefore, he says, Yatechasi tatha kuru. See that deconditioning of Lord. He doesn't want to condition him. Marzi tumhari, life tumhara. Because you have to be free finally. I won't bind you. You find your freedom from within. I won't bind you. Okay, now, very systematically the Upavyakyanam started. You feel that Esham Bhutanam Prathivi Rasaha, है ना? पृथिव्याः आपः रसः, अपाम् ओषधयो रसः, ओषधीनां पुरुषो रसः, पुरुषस्य वाग्रसः, वाचः ऋग्रसः, ऋचः सामः रसः, साम्नः उद्गीतः रसः. प्रस्तुत ओंकारः. That much effort Shruti Mata is putting to sequentially tell about the seven things. You have to feel how much she is struggling to tell us. Having said all of them, each one being Mahima of the earlier or Rasa of the earlier, finally is Udgita. Samnaha Udgita Rasa. Therefore, what I want to say, the Shruti Mata says, Eshaha Rasanam Rasatamaha Yadetad Udgitaha. Rasa word already told. Rasa is essence. Rasa is Janmasthana, Sthitistana and Layasthana. See how repeatedly when we listen, the what is said is understood, then why it is said has to be understood and accepted, then we have to use that knowledge. After this is said, Rasanam, Rasatama Ityadi, that is the Upavyakyanam going on. In the next stage, in the next mantra number 4, what a good thing it is. Ki, bhai, to you also there is a right to know, to me also there is a duty to tell. So therefore, your question is my question. My answer can be your answer if you want. What is your question? Iti vimrushtam bhavati. In this way, the discussion, the vimarsha, the vichara vimarsha, the inquiry is happening. Especially of the last three things of the 8. And katama, katama ruku, katama, katamat samaha. Then katama, katama udgitaha. Iti vimrushtam bhavat. What is the connection between the Rug Veda and Samaveda and Om? What are they independently? What are their mutual relation? So Rug means immediately the entire Rug Veda Pustaka we have to remember. Then go into the mantras that are mentioned or written in the Rug Veda Pustaka. Then go beyond the Pustakatva, reach to the mantra. So Rug is mantra. And in that mantra, other than the Upanishadic part, the Tattva Jnana part, the entire mantras talk about the do's and don'ts only, no? So therefore, Rug Veda means all the do's and don'ts. All the do's and don'ts are for what? To get some results. Therefore, Rug Veda means results. And what are the results? Which we want. What are the wants or desires? Therefore, the Rug Veda or Samaveda means all our desires or wants. Add requirements, necessities. High inclusion of all of them is one in one word, fulfillments. So therefore, Rigveda means fulfillment. Samaveda means fulfillment. That's how step by step we have to understand. So katama katamaruku, katamat samaha, katamaha, katama udgita iti vimrushtaha bhavati. The discussion is going on. Why vimrushto bhavati? Because vimarshehi krute sati prativasana ukti upapanna. So in the discussion only, the answer comes out of the question asked. In the inquiry only. So by writing the Bhashya like this, what Shankara Bhagavan means is you within yourself, taking the data given by the Guru, do the Vichara Vimarsha unbiased way. Then you will understand what is said first. First, what is said is understood. Then you analyze what is said, is it correct or not, applicable or not, useful or not. That विमृष्टम भवति of these Upanishad, Shankara Bhagavad Gita से लिया उन्होंने. Lastly, what Krishna's word is this only. विमृश्य एतत् अशेषेण यथेच्छसि तथा कुरु. है ना? विमृश्य एतत् अशेषेण यथेच्छसि. That यथेच्छसि तथा कुरु से पहले भगवान says विमृश्य एतत् अशेषेण. What I said, do the vichar vimarsha without your biasness or preconceived notion as it is. Then you understand. Then you see what benefits you. Then do what you want. Here also, vimarsham vimarshaihi krute sati pratibhasana uktihi upanna. It is such a big, bold, important sentence, not only for spiritual life, but throughout the life, for everything. Is it not all scientists what they are doing is vichara vimarsha only? Because of which the solutions for the problems that are existing, the preventions for the future problems, and the imagined or desired conveniences they are able to create or not. The whole world is running because of the outcome of the vimarsha, vichara vimarsha. The three outcomes of the Vichara Vimarsha are solution to the existing problems, prevention of the newer problems, and making things convenient, conducive, beautiful, joyful. Is equal to the one who doesn't do the Vichara Vimarsha, he will never conceive greater, beautiful goals to achieve. When he never conceives, how can he achieve them? He can never avoid the newer coming problems, and existing problems he will only grow. He won't solve them. The one who never does the vimarsha. Vichar vimarsha means think, inquire, contemplate, research. Means दिमाग को use करो. The yesterday, day before yesterday, our common sense thought. So विमुष्टे ही सति प्रतिवचन उक्ति ही उपन्ना. प्रश्न का प्रतिवचन. What are the prashna? What is this ruka? What is sama? What is yajo? Okay. Now, without going into the entire details of the Rigveda, it has got these many mandalas and these many khandas, etc. और सामवेदा these many अध्यायस. वो तो आप क्लास में पढ़ोगे. वो इस टॉपिक से संबंध नहीं है ना. जब इस टॉपिक से संबंध नहीं है तो why will I touch it? What is required is we are discussing the प्रणव महिमा. तो इसी एंगल का डिस्कशन होगा. Thought development होगा. That thing will not talk. So therefore, as a vichara vimarsha of these prashnas to get their answer in the fifth mantra, we are guided. Direct. Vageva ruko pranaha sama om iti etadaksharam udgitaha. So, रुक क्या है, साम क्या है, उद्गीत क्या है. About this, the vimarsha has to be done, no? So, vageva ruko. So, what is ruka? Vani, vak. Then what is sama? Pranaha eva samaha. So Vani and Prana. Then what is the Udgita? Already discussed. Omiti etadaksharam Udgitaha. Which is the first line of the Upanishadic mantra only. So Vageva Ruka Pranaha Samaha Sama Om iti etadaksharam udgitaha. So the correspondingly Vag is Ruk, Prana is the Sama, then Omkara is the Udgita. Reverse way also. Ruk is Vak, Sama is Prana, then Udgita is Om iti etadaksharam. Om syllable. Om sound. Okay. Now the explanation in this mantra we have seen कि वागे वरको प्राण साम उति एत दक्षिण उद्गीत देन तद्वा एतत् मिथुनम यद्वाक्च प्राणश्च रुक्च सामच. Then we are directed to this line of thinking of the mithunata. In that, what is very important thing which we should understand without missing is the vak and prana are the yoni of ruk and sama. So the ruk yoni is vani, sama yoni is prana. These two things have to be accepted in our heart without any doubt. So, vak pranau ruk sama yoni iti vageva ruk pranaha sama iti uchyate. These vak and prana are the yoni of the ruk and sama. Explained. Huh? The Rug Veda is ucharana. Ucharana is done with the vani only. Therefore, in the vani only the entire Rug Veda is there. Whether it is a vani is Vaikari Vani, Pashyanti, Para, Madhyama, Madhyama, Para, all that we told you. Vaikari, Madhyama, Pashyanti, Para. So too, the Sama being Giti Pradhana, that depends on the Prana Shakti. If the Prana Shakti is not there, Sama you cannot do it. Therefore, what is the yoni of the Sama is Prana only. Prana se Sam Nikla. In that Sama mantras, the Kriyas are there. When the Kriyas are done, the Phala will come. Kriya or Karma. See, our drushti is biased with the phala. Therefore, we give value to it. Where is the phala without karma? Where is karma without the knowledge? That knowledge is there in the Rig Veda. So, whether it is a knowledge aspect kaho, whether it is practice aspect karo, can it be without the vocal chanting by the Guru and teaching by the Guru? Can it be there without the prana shakti working through all the indriyas without which the actions cannot be done? So this is how Vedanta में ना spirituality में the gear is reversed in the sense that we have reversed it for our convenience sake. हमें घुमाकर पढ़ाते हैं. As we saw in the 8 things also. If you remember, so the पृथ्वी का रस पानी है, पानी का रस what is that? औषधि है, औषधि का रस पुरुष है. We have seen that. How come pani karas oshadi should be the other way around? It appears that the water is the cause, then the plants are the result or effects. Therefore, the water is important. Aha. Yeah. The water's fulfillment is in producing the plants, without which there is no meaning for the existence of the water. Therefore, the plants or the oshadis are more greater than water. So too, it is the Oshadi having consumed which the Purusha is alive. Therefore, Oshadi is important. It looks like. In one angle it is right, but that angle is not discussed here. The fulfillment of the Oshadi is only nurturing the Purusha. Without the Purusha nurturing, the existence of the Oshadis have no meaning. Therefore, the Oshadi se Purusha rasatam hai. So here also, without Vani, Ruk, chanting itself is not possible. Forget about knowing what karmas told in that and doing those karmas, getting the result. Therefore, the Vag becomes yoni for the Rugveda. Without the prana, the Samaveda Ucharana, Samaveda Jnana cannot be done. Therefore, the Samaka yoni hai prana. Fix in your mind this understanding. That's why Vak Pranau Ruksama Yoni iti. Iti is full stop. That is how it is. We have explained. Vageva Ruk Pranaha Sama iti Uchyate. Come up to this point. Then uh, the concepts, the sequences are told. It is so essential to understand this sequence. When the Rug and Sama are said to be having the prana as well as Vani and prana, Vak and prana as the Yoni, all the mantras in Rug Sama are included in that. And all the karma said in that are also included in that. All the phala said also included in that. That is the sequence. Yathakramam, sequentially, Ruksama Yonyoho, Vak Pranayoho Grahanehi. When the Ruksama Yoni as Vak and Prana is Grahita are accepted by us, within that Vak and Prana, therefore, Sarvasam Rucham, Sarvesham cha Samnam, Avirodha Krutah Syatu. Avarodha, sorry. All the Rug mantras, Sama mantras are included in that. When Ruk and Sama you have included, the Ruk Sama mantras are also Avarodha included. Then Sarva Ruk Sama Avarodecha. When the Ruk and Sama are completely added or included in it, Ruk Sama Sadhyanam Sarvakarmanam Avarodha. So Rug Veda and Sama Veda, whatever the karmas that are integrating it, all of them are Avarodha included in that. Vak and Prana. Next one is what? Sarvakarmanam avirodha krutasyad tad avarodhecha. When all the actions are included in it, sarve kamaha avaruddhaha syuhu. Therefore, all the kamanas which all the beings have to get that happiness, they are included in it. Therefore, in that Vak and Prana itself, all the Ruk and Sama, all the Ruk Sama mantras, all the Ruk Sama mantra guiding karma and karma phala. This is how you have to understand. Then Om iti etadaksharam udgita iti bhaktya shanka nivartyate. About the Om it is udgitam, which was already said. Now comes the next topic after this is said, where we have come up to the cause of the Ruk and Sama to be Vak and Prana. Now this Vak and Prana will be told as Mithunam. That is what? Tadva etad iti Mithunam nidishyate. This is called as Mithunam, the couple. Kim tad Mithunam? What is that coupling? Iti aha yad Vaksha Pranascha. So in the Shruti Mata, Vak and Prana is said as Mithuna. And singular alone is used. Therefore, only one Mithuna is topicked here or talked about. No two Mithunas. So, our attention is brought from Ruk Sama to Vak Prana. That's what Shankara's Bhagavan's little struggle to explain to us, that because the dual case is not used, therefore you have to talk about only one Mithuna, that is Vak and Prana. Why that is said? Why the Ruk Sama and kept aside? Our attention has to be brought to Vak Prana, and that has to be taken to the Omkara. Our goal is Om. जैसे बच्चे कुछ कहना चाहते हैं, क्या कहना है मन में रखकर, then all the excuses, explanations, examples they keep on giving. In any court case also, the lawyer tells 20 minutes, finally he says, therefore my lord, my client is innocent, therefore he should be acquitted. He keeps already in the mind that one. Then accordingly develops the thought. Here also, we are doing the Omkara Upavyakya. Don't forget that main goal. So our entire discussion should lead to Om. So connect to the Om, the Vak and Prana is to be given importance. Therefore, here the Mithunam is Vak and Prana. So Rukcha Samacha iti, sorry, Yad Vakcha Pranascha Sarva Ruk Sama Karana Bhuto Mithunam. So the Ruk and Sama of them, the Karana, the Vak and Prana, they are the Mithunam. Rukcha Samacha iti Ruksama Karanau Ruksama Shabda Ukto ityartaha. So, but that Ruk and Sama Shabdas are also used, no? Ruk and Sama is used only to say that their Karana are the Mithuna. इतना ही है न तो स्वातंत्रेण रुक्च साम च मिथुनम. Ruk and Sama as a Mithunam, Shruti Mata never wanted to tell that because our attention is not on that. Anyatahi vakcha pranascha iti ekam mithunam ruksamacha aparam mithunam iti dve mithune syatam. The vak prana is one couple, then ruksama is another couple. There should be two. There should be a dual case. Tatacha, this word again is going wrong. एतद् तथा च तद्वा एतद् मिथुनम् तद्वा एतद् मिथुनम् इति एकवचन निर्देशः अनुपपन्नः स्यात्. So then mithune, the dual case should have been used by Shruti Mata. So by using the singular case, only one mithuna is spoken. One mithuna is the vak and prana only. In that, their effects of ruk and sam are included. Therefore, they need not be told separately. And what is the result of all this struggle of discussion? Lift your attention from the karya bhuta ruk sama to the karana bhuta vak and prana. Fix in your mind. Here, the vak prana are one mithuna. तस्माद् ऋक्सामयोन्योः वाक् प्राणयोः एव मिथुनत्वम्. So here the mithunata, the coupling is of vak and prana, which are the yoni of ruk and sama. Ruk sama means, don't forget, they are the mantras in which the jnanam is given for various karma. All karmas give to the different results. Results are the ones which we desire. Desire is for happiness. Desire, fulfillment of desire, indulging in that is for our happiness. So all those small details, later details, you are wise to understand. So, ये सारे नहीं बताते श्रुति बात. We have to understand if we are not understood. We want to be happy. Happiness comes with some results. Results come with karma. Karma is given in the jnanam. You know which karma to do. That jnanam is called Vedas. Here the Rigveda, Samaveda. And they are in the mantra rupa. And all of that are there in Vani and Prana. Samashti bhi wohi hai. From Paramatma's Vani and Prana only, the Rigveda Jnana and Rigveda Kriya Shakti have come. एक तो ऋग ज्ञान होना चाहिए, देन उसको करने के लिए शक्ति, क्रिया शक्ति. That Shakti is called as Pranam. The Jnanam is communicated through the Vani. After this is said, now the connection between the couple no more Ruksama, the Vak Prana and the Omkara is connected in the next sixth mantra. So all this is the Om Upavyakyanam, Pranava Upavyakyanam, Udgita Upavyakyanam, to bring to our notice the glory of Omkara. Why? So that we hold the Om for our Alambana permanently. जैसे ये घर मेरा, permanently I will stay, maximum permanent means as long as it's convenient. This is my job, permanent, business, job, permanent. So too, the Omkara Alambana throughout the life, not once in a while. Throughout the life means till the Upasya Parameshwara Anugrahena, the Paramatma Anubhuti comes. Till that time, Om Upasana. Om is the Alambana. Not during the only Upanishadic class or 1 hour per day. Finally, I am fixing in my mind that Om is an Alambana for me to do the Upasana of the Paramatma for His grace, so that I can, with the Chitta Shuddhi, study the Tattvamasi, realize Aham Brahmasmi. Ye to mat bhulna. Studying and doing Tattvamasi to realize Aham Brahmasmi is the goal. Every time I cannot tell that, but that is the goal. All this is a means. This is not the goal. While discussing the means are discussed so extensively as if they are so very important. And so that is all true also. At the same time, goal should be kept in the mind. भूलो मत उस गोल को. हर बार वो याद दिया नहीं जाएगा, किया नहीं जाएगा, लेकिन मन में रहना चाहिए. Now the next mantra is very interesting. Tadetat mithunam, tadetat mithunam, Om iti etasmin akshare, Om iti etasmin akshare, sagam srujyate, yada vai mithunau, samagacchata, apayato vai, tau अन्योन्यस्य कामं Tau anyonyasya kamam. Chant it 2 times for practice sake. Tadetat mithunam om iti etasmin akshare sagam srujyate yada vai mithunau samagacchata apayato vai tau anyonyasya kamam. Then tadetat mithunam omityesadakshare samsrujyate यदा वै मिथुनौ समागच्छत आपयतो वै तौ अन्योन्यस्य कामम्. Now, Ruk and Sama is discussed from their yoni or the cause standpoint. That is Vak and Prana. Now, Vak and Prana is said to be one Mithuna. That Mithunata of Vak and Prana itself gives so much of joy that Vak Prana Mithuna one set now is merged with the Omkara, which is our purpose here. Now the Shabdartha of the mantra, then the total Vakyartha, then the Bhashyartha. ठीक है, शब्दार्थ क्या है? तद एतत् मिथुनम. Thus this set of these things, Vak and Prana, Om iti etasmin akshare. Om named this Omkara akshara is there, no? The Om chanting, in that samsrujyate, it gets associated with Omkara, it gets coupled with Omkara, it gets merged with Omkara. First to keep that point. Tad etad mithunam omityetasmin akshare samsujyate. It is a complete sentence by itself. This the couple of Vak and Prana, omiti te akshare samsujyate, they merge in, they get joined with the Om named akshara. It will be explained. Now, the second line of this mantra is this Mithunata's importance is said. Whether it is the Mithunata of the Prana and Vak there, whether it is the Vak Prana Mithunata with the Omkara now. Interesting point it is. What is it is? Yada vai Mithunau. Yada in the local world you see, Mithunau the couple. It can be of the human beings or any of the animals, birds, whoever there. Samagachata apayatau. And they come together and propitiating each other. What do they do? Tau anyonyasya kamayam apayatau. So Mithunau samagachata anyonyasya kamam apayatau. They come together to fulfill each one's desires. The couple when they come together. The main Mithuna couple we talk about is wife and husband. That is standard explanation for the Mithunata, the Jodi. Standard. Along with that, the coupling can be of anything. The coupling word is used so placed, the two chains are coupled, the two trains are coupled. And that word in an extended manner, anywhere you can be used. And in English, we talk a couple of things are brought. In that extended meaning, if you see, two friends are also a couple. In that way, larger extended meaning. Go beyond the limitations as wife and husband, but go into that extended meaning. Then when those two couple of friends, when they come together, samagachatau, is it not anyonyam kamam apayato? Don't they help each other and get their works done? Isn't it? Like two friends come together. One is the one who invests the money. He has lot of money, but no time, no skills to you do the work. The other fellow has all the skills, abilities to do work, but he has no money. Now, when they come together, anyonyav samagachatau, then don't they do apayatau? Yes. Tau anyonyasya kamam apayatau. The fellow has used all his abilities with that investment given with other friend. So many profits come. And the other one who has invested, his money was just lying down there, unproductive, getting reduced in its value. Because he has invested it, other fellow worked on it, they got profit, both of them share. So दोनों का कामनाएं पूर्ण हुए कि नहीं, that is the meaning of तौ अन्योन्यस्य कामम आपयतौ मिथुनौ समागच्छतः समागच्छत, dual case. So everywhere it is like that. Two friends, two companies, अरे politically भी तो coupling तो लगातार होता रहता, isn't it? Every day we see that. So इसने इतना सीट जीता, 4 सीट कम है पर अब से लूट मेजॉरिटी के लिए और मेजॉरिटी के लिए. Then the other fellow who got only 4, everywhere defeated. He joins. That is called samagachato. Result is anyonyasya kama. This fellow has got the power and the other fellow got the ministry. है कि नहीं? मिले तो 4 ही सीट, बट फिर भी उनमें से एक दो को कैबिनेट में सीट भी मिल गया, एक कोई उप मुख्यमंत्री भी बना देते हैं. When that coalitions happen in governments, variety of things everywhere, two countries also, they come together. That is how continuously, on the various reasons, the coupling of nations are happening. Sometimes they are 2, they are 3, they are 4, and the G7, the G20s, the NATOs, and whatever, I don't know, मैं नहीं जानता. How many ways the countries are coming together? You know, the OPEC countries, oil and petrol export, उसका एक ग्रुप बन गया. And then the recent one they are thinking about is the Islamic NATO. They want to come together. अब होते रहते हैं दुनिया में, मिलते हैं बिछड़ते हैं बस. Nothing to worry about. They're coming together, they go only to go separate once the purpose is fulfilled. All these explanation is to explain what is said here. What is that? Mithunau samagachata anyonyasya kamam apayato. Anyonyasya mutual. Kama means desires. Apayato fulfilled. Samagachata having come together. Mithunau the couple. So tad etad mithunam. Tadetad mithunam omiti etasmin akshare sagam srujyate. This mithuna merges in omkara. Now this coming together of omkara and these things will fulfill mutual kamana. In the sense what? When the om is done, all that is there in ruksama, vak prana are achieved. Our attention is finally on omkara. So in this bhashya, this is explained. Now word meaning, sentence meaning explained. Now let us study this in bhashyam. Ki tad etat evam lakshnam mithunam. So that this mithuna of vak and prana, which are the yoni for ruk and sama, and ruk and sama have their own set karmas. The karmas when done, they give the kamana or the desired fulfillment by giving us the result. This mithunam, तद एवं लक्षणम मिथुनम ओम इति एतस्मिन् अक्षरे संसृज्यते. It is merged with, it is coupled with, it is joined with, it is included in, it is touched by this omkara. Samsrujyate. Evam, in this way, sarva kama avapti guna vishishtam mithunam omkare samsrustam vidyate. Therefore, that mithuna of vak and prana, which has the capacity of fulfilling all desires, is merged or included in Omkara. That is the meaning. Evam, in this way, Sarva Kama Vapti Guna Vishishtam Mithunam. That Mithuna, which has the guna of Sarva Kama Avapti. Guna means capacity. That which has the capacity of fulfilling all the desires, that Mithuna, the Mithuna of the Vak and Prana, uske piche fir Rug and Sama and all other things you add. All of that is Omkare Samsrustam Vidyate iti. It is merged or included in Omkara iti. Omkarasya Sarvakama Avapti Gunatvam Prasiddham. In this way, in Omkara, all the desire fulfilling capacity is included. That is the conclusion. In the Om, the Vak and Prana get fulfilled. In the Vak and Prana, the Rug and Sama are fulfilled. In the Rug and Sama, all the karmas are fulfilled. In the karmas, all the phalas are fulfilled. In all the phala, all the desires are fulfilled. In all the desires, the fulfillment of happiness is gained. Fulfillment called Sukha or Ananda is gained. So what we want? Sukha Ananda. Where is it available? In the phala. How the phala comes? Because of karma. Where is the karma indicated? Ruksama. How do we know and do those karma indicated in Rug and Sama? Through Vak and Prana. Where are the Vak and Prana rooted in Omkara? Therefore, in the Om, the Sarva Kalma Phala Dhatrutvam. Okay? Sarva Karma Vapti Gunamatvam Omkarasya Prasiddham. That is the Mahima of the Omkara. Tasya Upavyakyana means that one. Okay? Then only one question, one doubt we have. If you understand it, everything is clear. Okay, how Vak and Prana merge in Omkar? The answer is not Om Vangmaya. Om is Vangmaya, it is chanted. And to chant the Om, is the Prana required or not? Sahi hai na? Without Prana, can you chant? Without chanting, can there be Omkara? Therefore, the Vak and Prana fulfill their existence in Om Ucharana. This is how the Vak and Prana merge or get connected with the Omkara. And what is Omkara from the other side? As per the Upanishadic authority, which intellection will not reach, is Om is Bhagwan's name and Bhagwan's pratika. That is only Upanishadic authority. उसके लिए कोई दूसरा लॉजिक नहीं है. For everything explanation is not required. Otherwise you will ask a question, why भगवान का नाम ओम मैं और कुछ लगाता हूँ, वही तो कर रहे हो तुम. That's how you are using your, misusing your given freedom and going against Shruti Mata. है ना, श्रुति माता ने कहा ओम इज भगवान नेम एंड यू से नो भगवान नेम इज शिवा एंड कृष्ण एंड राम. So you are going against Shruti only. That is what the problem starts, no? You understand? But why not Rama and Krishna? Why not Om? When the Shruti Mata ne Om kaha, follow karo na. That is the meaning of Shruti authority, no? See, if you do whatever you want, why the relation between parents and children? Every animal lives as it wants without listening to parents. Who says you continue? But फिर वो dignity और beauty कहाँ होगा एक family का जहाँ the parents order and the children obey. And when that beautiful relation of the elders, parents ordering, children obeying is missed out now, then the Vishrunkalata, the licentiousness comes. Then those relations won't stay. Then that beauty goes away. You get all freedom to do what you want, but you have missed the love of parents, no? You have missed that evolutionary way of living of acknowledging or extending the gratitudes through service of the parents who are our cause. वो तो मिस ही हो गया ना. These are very micro subtler things. So to for the entire universal happening, the final cause are the Vedas. If you start rejecting the Vedic instruction, then you become licentious. And that's what we are all doing. नुकसान हमारा है ना. Sentimentally following the Vedas, by faith following the Vedas, is not for the Vedas' sake, it is for my sake. Like I sentimentally, emotionally attached to my parents for me to get and be under their protecting umbrella. No, for me, it is not for them. Isn't it? They only miss one thing of loving us and helping us. That's okay, they accept it. They say, "Mai kya karu?" So too, the Shruti Mata misses the joy of guiding us. When we go away from her, then she feels for some time and accepts it. Okay, मैं क्या करूं अभी? Like if you don't come to these classes, 2 days I will feel I miss you. But what else I have an alternative option? Then accepting it's okay now. What can I do? It's not in my hands when you don't come to class. ऐसे मैं क्या करूं? मैं तो बोलते जाता हूँ, चिल्लाता हूँ. If you don't come, मैंने की करा, मुझे क्या करना है? Coming to the class is your benefit that you have to realize. So to abiding by Veda is my goal. It is in my interest. Therefore, Om, Veda Mata, Shruti Mata said, Om as name of Lord. Om as pratik of Lord. Like any other name you are uttering, this is primordial name. Any other pratika you are taking, this is a primordial pratika. You are not doing anything new. By taking Krishna or Rama, you are not doing anything new. You are only extending your ego of separately making an identity for yourself by making a separate name and symbol. Otherwise, name and symbol only, like other religions which are offshoots of Sanatan Dharma. What they do? Nothing they do. Whatever they're here, they're only that take thoda color walar alag karte, painting alag karte. That's it. What the children do when they go away, what anybody leaves any नौकरी go do and वही जॉब जो कर रहा था वही अपना अलग है साइकिल शॉप से निकल गया अपना साइकिल शॉप ही रखेगा वो दूसरा काम आता नहीं उसको so for alambana we need name for alambana we need pratika we have thousands of names and pratikas uh, held by us where from this need of alambana pratika indicated guided from the Veda said in the beginning Om. अब कोई एक बंदा मेरे को पसंद है मैं अपना अलग तैयार करता हूँ तो कोई when you start insisting the elders won't bless us. Old bless means they become majboor to withdraw. है ना? Like as I told you, if the disciple says you are no more my guru, I am not going to listen. What can the guru do? He will keep quiet and withdraw. No, the people say, "Oh Lord, I don't accept your presence. I don't do devotion. I don't want your grace. I will do whatever I want." भगवान क्या कहते थोड़ी मर्जी मैं क्या करूं? Are you understanding what is discussed? These are all to say that one side we are bringing the Omkara Mahima up to this. Up to what we have done? Ki in Omkara, through the Vak and Prana, through Rug and Yajur, Rug and Sama, whatever karmas are done, whatever the Phala Vapti is done, all of that is included in Om from this side. And why Om? You may ask question. The answer is because Shruti Mata gave the Om as the name, the Abhidhana as well as Pratika, which was the first subject of this discussion. The first subject is the beginning, that the Om is the name and Pratika of the Paramatma. Then the Upavyakyanam Vimarsha went on. It's going on still. As the Vimarsha Upavyakyanam takes us to the glory of the Om to complete the circle. Why Om again? Because the Vedic authority. So Vedic authority से शुरू किया विमर्शा किया और सर्कल कंप्लीट करने के लिए we have to again come to the Vedic authority only. All in all, it is our heart to understand, accept. Like you are coming to these classes, it is in your heart. Others are not coming, it is their heart. Understood? They go somewhere else, that is their heart. You don't go there, that is your heart. In the same way, in my heart, I have to feel, therefore, this is how the Om is the best of the Alambana and Pratika. Now, my heart is full and complete in understanding as well as accepting as well as convincing. Now, from now onwards, I am doing the Omkara Upasana. Chaturmasa starting from tomorrow. That feeling to generate in us is all this struggle by Shruti Mata as well as the Adi Shankara Bhagwan. Again, with the conditions apply that with all their struggling and shouting, if you and I decide not to take home as the Alambana, they can't do anything. Like with this much of discussion, if you don't want to become spiritual sadhaka, अगर आप अर्थ काम के पीछे भागना चाहते हो, मैं क्या करूं? भगवान खुद ही कुछ नहीं करते. If the entire Kali Yuga people are running behind Artha Kama, what can the God do? He will only watch. He will give the result of their karma. That is, it is in his hands. But if the whole people have decided we want to become Nastik, we want to become Bhogi, Bhagavan, he cannot do it. That is why things are in our hands. Or things that are in our hands, when we do, it facilitates the Lord to do what is in his hands. Whether we do right things, it is facilitating him to bless us. If you do the wrong things, it will facilitate him to punish us. See the way how our intellects have to evolve in that subtler understanding. So up to this we have come. Then what is that? Vangmayatvam Omkarasya. Omkarasya Vangmayatvam is Om is Vangmaya. Om is an utterance. Om is a chanting. Om is a Vani. This is one. Second is Prana Nishpadyatvam. Only when there is Prana Shakti, the Omkara Ucharana can be Nishpanna, can be spoken out. Because of these two reasons, Mithunena Samsrushtatvam, the Vak and Prana are coupled with the Omkara. The Mithuna of the Vak and Prana, why it is Samsrushta with Omkara? Because Omkara is Vangmaya, Omkara is Prana Nishpadya. Om is Vani and it is chanted with the Prana Shakti. Therefore, Vak and Prana are Samsrushta coupled with Omkara. So it is not this way. Ki without Prana and Vani, the Om cannot be chanted. No, it is the Vani and Prana are fulfilled in the chanting of Om. That's why, how to understand it? Because the Om is the Alambana and Nama. Sorry, it is the Abhidhana and Pratika of Paramatma. Karke Vedne kaha. So somewhere we have to stop our intellection. Na? Intellection can take us to a great level, but not to the ultimate level. So there we have to surrender. Here is a surrender. Why it is Om Sa? Because Om as a Pratika as well as Nama of Paramatma is said by Shruti Mata. He accept karna padta. Like you accepted your name, whatever, because your parents gave. And that acceptance is making you accept that name for the whole life. नहीं तो आपकी इच्छा है हर 2 महीने में बदलते रहोगे आपके लिए भी कंफ्यूजन होगा लोगों को भी. दैट्स व्हाई वाइज पीपल बिजनेस वाले अपनी चीजों को ना परमानेंट रखते हैं, स्पेशली फोन नंबर. बिकॉज बदलता जाऊं फोन नंबर, देन द कॉन्टैक्ट्स विल बी मिस्ड, पीपल विल नॉट कम टू मी देन. इसलिए अपना एड्रेस आइडेंटिटी कार्ड क्यों है? क्योंकि मेरा ये पता इधर है, आप मुझे वहां कर मिल सकते हो. फोन नंबर फिक्स्ड, नेम फिक्स्ड, all are fixed to help us out. So to the Om is a fixed name. Om is the fixed pratika for Paramatma. Who fixed, sir? Shruti Mata. I don't believe. Then nobody can help you or nobody can stop you also. I believe you are helped and you are blessed. Isn't it? I don't believe in army. Then you will not join. Neither you can serve the army, nor the army can help you. No, 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 I like it. Then you are taken, you are trained, you are given job, you are given salary, you are used also for the high purpose. इस तरह होता है. After this is done now, मिथुनस्य काम आपयितृत्वं च प्रसिद्धमेव इति दृष्टान्तः. In the second part में यदा वै मिथुनौ समागच्छता आपयतो वै तौ अन्योन्यस्य कामं, which we have explained, that Bhagavan says कि the mithunata coming together, what sort of benefits it ekes out for both of them, that is given through this example. It's a Laukik example, not so very important, but example. And the conclusion is what? Therefore, two things. One, Vak and Prana, which are the Mithuna, which are the yoni of Ruk and Sama, they are coupled in the Omkara. Therefore, through Vak and Prana is equal to through Ruk and Sama, through is equal to through all the karmas indicated by Ruk and Sama, done, whatever the phala results come, kamanas fulfilled, they are all fulfilled in Omkara Upasana. Now the conclusion will be like that. So without Omkara Upasana, can't we do the Yajnayaga karma said by the Vedas? Yes, we do it. Won't they give the result? Yeah, definitely give result. Then the Purvapakshi will ask, then what is the use of all this Omkara Mahima you are telling? The answer is, same karma, when you do with the Shraddha and Alambana of the Omkara, it becomes Sonepe Suhaga. It gives more and more results. And the Yajnayaga karma result of outer world is never our goal. We are studying the Upanishad, mind you, usko mat bholna. Upanishadic subject is Brahma Vidya. So here, the Omkara Upasana will purify our Antakarana for making us qualified for Brahma Vidya. With the Omkara, when you do Karma Kanda, it will give the Karma Kanda results perfectly and double. But that is not our goal. So if at all you want, you use that way also. So कितनी बातें हो गई फिर? चार पांच बातें. One, as said by the Vedas, Karma Kanda karo. Two, couple it with Omkara for substantial results. Three, come to the Omkara Upasana and slowly withdraw from the Karma Kanda and the Karma Phala. Four, do this Upasana for Antakarana Shuddhi. Five, with the Suddha Antakarana, only one thing, inquire and realize who you are. Or already said, you are Brahman. Okay? In this way, we are guided in this beautiful Upanishad, the Omkara Mahima. So, 2-3 more slokas, it will give the substantial information. Now, while listening to itself, is it not our concentration growing, our thinking ability growing, our subtlety is growing, our tuning to the Shruti Mata is growing, our tuning to our Bhagavan Adi Shankara's Bhashyam. These many benefits. Time is rightly utilized, time is divinized. We have come out of the tamoguna and rajoguna. एकाग्रता इज डेवलप्ड, सत्वगुण इज डेवलप्ड. इतने बेनिफिट्स होते हैं शास्त्र अध्ययन करने से. बट प्रॉब्लम इज ऑल दिस अगेन वी न्यूट्रलाइज बाय आवर क्विक इन्वॉल्वमेंट इन अदर थिंग्स. इफ वी आर केयरफुल अबाउट इट, learn to maintain what you have gained. That's why उद्धरेद आत्मनात्मनम न आत्मानवसादेत. वो भी करोगे तो डे बाय डे वी ओनली ग्रो. नाउ वी आर ग्रोइंग अगेन फॉलिंग. 2 कदम ऊपर 3 कदम पीछे नीचे, तो हम हमेशा नीचे ही है इसलिए. तो आगे बढ़ने के साथ साथ पीछे नहीं मुड़ने का भी हमें सीखना. ओम 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 पूर्णमदः श्रुतिमात्रे नमः. तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. Now let us do our remaining sadhanas. First one is Vedic chanting. All the 7 mantras which we have learnt. Which are they? You remember? Agni, first one. Then Indra, second one. Then Vayu, Savita, third one. Then Marudgana's fourth one. Dhyava, Prathivi, fourth one. Marudgana, fifth one. Then Bhava, Sharva, sixth. Mitra, Varuna, seventh. All these things we have learnt in last 14 days. So in that 7 suktams, on an average 7 7s 49, maybe 2 or 3 more. So around 50 are there. Let us chant them. मेरे को 2 मिनट लगेगा उन्होंने ढूंढने में. Om 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 Om. Then our Rishi Smaranam and also common sense thought. 5 minutes. Om Namo Narayana. Some sites have that time taken process to go through for opening. Shri Rama Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama. Shri Rama Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama. Om Shri Rama Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama. Om. Yes. खुल गया रे बाबा. Which is the first one? Agni. Luckily, exactly the same page opened. हाँ. ओम अथ सर्व संरक्षणार्थम सर्व दुष्ट निवारणार्थम सर्व शक्ति प्राप्त्यर्थम सर्व पाप निवारणार्थम सर्व पारमार्थिक लक्ष्य प्राप्त्यर्थम अथर्वण वेदांतर्गत सप्त देवता सूक्तम वयम सर्वे करिष्यामहे. Just I go on chanting, you go on listening. If you have the book, you see that. And the sequence I told you, the Agni, the Indra, the Vayu and Savita, then Dyava Prithvi, Marudgana, Bhavasharva, and the sixth, seventh one is yesterday Mitra Varuna. I won't say even first, second, I'll just keep doing. अथ अग्निसूक्तम् ॐ अग्निर्मन्वे प्रथमस्य प्रचेतसः पाञ्चजन्यस्य बहुधायमिन्धते विशो विषः प्रविशिवां समीमहे स नो मुञ्चन्त्वं हसः यथा हव्यं वहसि जातवेदो यथा यज्ञं कल्पयसि प्रजानन् एवा देवेभ्यः सुमतिं न आवह स नो मुञ्चत्वं हसः याम् अन्याम् अन्नुपयुक्तं वहिष्ठं कर्मन् कर्मन्नाभगमग्निमीडे रक्षोहणं यज्ञवृतं घृताहुतं स नो मुञ्चन्त्वं हसः सुजातं जातवेदसमग्निं वैश्वानरं विभुं हव्यवाहं हवामहे स नो मुञ्चन्त्वं हसः येन ऋषयो बलमद्योतयन्युजा येनासुराणाम् अयुवन्तमायाः येनाग्निना वणीनिन्द्रो जिगाय स नो मुञ्चन्त्वं हसः येन देवा अमृतमन्वविन्दन् येनौषधीर्मधुमतीरकृण्वन् येन देवाः स्वरावरन् स नो मुञ्चन्त्वं हसः यस्येदं प्रदिशि यद् विरोचते यज्जातं जनितव्यं च केवलं स्तौम्यग्निं नाथितो जोहवीमि स नो मुञ्चन्त्वं हसः ॐ शान्तिः 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 अथ इन्द्रसूक्तम् ॐ इन्द्रस्य मन्महे शश्वदिदस्य मन्महे वृत्रघ्नस्तोमा उपमेम आगुः यो दाशुषस्मृतो हवमेति स नो मुञ्चन्त्वं हसः य उग्रीणाम् उग्रबाहुर्ययुर्यो दानवानां बलमारुरोज येन जिताः सिन्धवो येन गावः स नो मुञ्चन्त्वं हसः यश्चर्षणिप्रो वृषभस्वर्विद् यस्मै ग्रावाणः प्रवदन्ति नृम्णं यस्याध्वरः सप्तहोतामधिष्ठः स नो मुञ्चन्त्वं हसः यस्य वशास वृषभास उक्षणो यस्मै मीयन्ते स्वरवस्वर्विदे यस्मै शुक्रः भवते ब्रह्मशुम्भितः स नो मुञ्चन्त्वं हसः यस्य जुष्टिं सोमिनः कामयन्ते यं हवन्त इषुमन्तं गविष्ठौ यस्मिन्नर्कः शिश्रिये यस्मिन्नोजः स नो मुञ्चन्त्वं हसः यः प्रथमः कर्म कृत्याय जज्ञे यस्य वीर्यं प्रथमस्यानुबुद्धं येनोद्यतो वज्रोऽभ्यायताहिं स नो मुञ्चन्त्वं हसः यः सङ्ग्रामान्नयति संयुधे वशि यः पुष्टानि संसृजति द्वयानि स्तौमीन्द्रं नाथितो जोहवीमि स नो मुञ्चन्त्वं हसः ॐ शान्तिः 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 अथ वायु सविता सूक्तम् वायोः सवितुर्विदधानि मन्महे यावात्मन्वद्विशतो यौ च रक्षतः यौ विश्वस्य परिभो बभूवतुः तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः ययोः सङ्ख्याता वरिमा पार्थिवानि याभ्यां रजो युपितम् अन्तरिक्षे ययोः प्रायं नान्वानशे कश्चन तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः तव व्रते तव व्रते निविशन्ते जनासः त्वयुदिते प्रेरते चित्रभानो युवं वायो सविता च भुवनानि रक्षतस्तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः अपेतो वायो सविता च दुष्कृतम् अवरक्षां शिशिमिदां च सेदतं सख्योर्जया सृजतः संबलेन तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः रयिं मे पोषं सवितोत वायुः तनूदक्षमा सुवतां सुषेवम् अयक्ष्मतातिम्मः इह दत्तं तन्नो मुञ्चतमं हसः प्रसुमतिं सवितर्वाय ऊतये महस्वन्तं मत्परं मादयातः अर्वाग्वामस्य प्रवतो नियच्छतं तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः उवश्रेष्ठा न आशिषो देवयोर्दामन्न स्थिरन्न स्तौमि देवं सवितारं च वायुं तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः ॐ शान्तिः 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 अथ द्यावा पृथिवी सूक्तम् ॐ मन्वेवां द्यावा पृथिवी सुभोजसौ सचेतसौ ये अप्रथेताम् अमिता योजनानि प्रतिष्ठेह्यभवतं वसूनां तेनो मुञ्चतमं हसः प्रतिष्ठेह्यभवतं वसूनां प्रवृद्धे देवी सुभगे उरोचे द्यावा पृथिवी भवतं मे स्योने तेनो मुञ्चतमं हसः असन्तापे सुतवसौ हुवेहमुर्वी गम्भीरे कविभिर्नमस्ये द्यावा पृथिवी भवतं मे स्योने तेनो मुञ्चतमं हसः ये अमृतं बिभृतो ये हवींषि ये श्रोत्याभिभृतो ये मनुष्यान् द्यावा पृथिवी भवतं मे स्योने तेनो मुञ्चतमं हसः ये उश्रिया बिभृतो ये वनस्पतीन् ययोर्वां विश्वाभुवनान्यन्तः विश्वाभुवनान्यन्तः द्यावा पृथिवी भवतं मे स्योने तेनो मुञ्चतमं हसः ॐ शान्तिः 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 मरुद्गणसूक्तम् ॐ मरुतां मन्वे अधिमे ब्रुवन्तु प्रेमं वाजं वाजसा ते अवन्तु आशो निवसूयमानह्व ऊतये तेनो मुञ्चन्त्वं हसः उत्समक्षितं व्यचन्ति ये सदा य आसिञ्चन्ति रसमोषधेषु पुरोददे मरुतः पृष्टिमातॄन् तेनो मुञ्चन्त्वं हसः पयोधेनूनां रसमोषधीनां जवमर्वतां कवयो य इन्वथ शग्मा भवन्तु मरुतो सस्योनाः ते मरुतो न स्योनाः तेनो मुञ्चन्त्वं हसः आवः समुद्रा दिवमुद्वहन्ते दिवः पृथिवीम् अविये सृजन्ते ये अद्विरीशाना मरुतश्चरन्ति तेनो मुञ्चन्त्वं हसः ये कीलालेन तर्पयन्ति ये घृतेन ये वावयो मेधसा संसृजन्ते ये अद्विरीशाना मरुतो वर्षयन्ति तेनो मुञ्चन्त्वं हसः यदिदं मरुतो मारुतेन यदि देवा दैव्येनेदृगार यूयमीषिद्वे वसवस्तस्य निष्कृतेः तेनो मुञ्चन्त्वं हसः दिग्ममनीकं विदितं स्तहस्वन् मारुतं शर्दः पृतना सौग्रं स्तौमि मरुतो नातितो जोहवीमि तेनो मुञ्चन्त्वं हसः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ अथ भवाशर्वसूक्तम् ॐ भवाशर्वौ मन्वे वां तस्य वित्तं ययोर्वामिदं प्रतिशयत् विरोचते यावस्येषा ते द्विपदो यौ चतुष्पदः तौ नो मुञ्चन्त्वं मुञ्चतमं हसः ययो रभ्यद्व उत यत् दूरे चिद् यौ विदिता विशुभृतामसिष्टौ यावस्येषा ते द्विपदो यौ चतुष्पदः तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः सहस्राक्षौ वृत्रहणाहुवेहं दूरे गव्यो ते स्तुवन्नेम्युग्रौ यावस्येषा ते द्विपदो यौ चतुष्पदः तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः यावारेभा ते वौसाकमग्रे प्रचेदस्राष्ट्रमभिभां जनेषु यावस्येषा ते द्विपदो यौ चतुष्पदः तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः ययोर्वधान्नापपद्यतेरश्च कश्चन अन्तर्देवेषु तमानुषेषु यावस्येषा ते द्विपदो यौ चतुष्पदः तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः यः कृत्या कृन्मूलकृत् यातु धानो नितस्मिन् दत्तं वज्रम् उग्रौ यावस्येषा ते द्विपदो यौ चतुष्पदः तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः अधिनो ब्रूतं मृतना सूग्रौ संवज्रेण सृजितं यः किमीति स्तौमि भवा शर्वौ नातितो जोहवीमि तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः ॐ शान्तिः 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 अथ मित्रावरुणसूक्तम् ॐ मन्वे वां मित्रावरुणावृता वृधौ सचेतसौ दुर्ह्वणो यौ नुदेथे प्रसत्यावानमवथोद्भरेषु तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः सचेतसौ दुर्ह्वणौ यो नुदेते प्रसत्यावानमवतो भरेषु यौ गच्छतो नृचक्षसौ बभृणा सुतं तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः यावङ्गिरसम् अवतो यावगस्त्यं मित्रावरुणा जमदग्निमत्रिं यौ कश्यपम् अवतो यौ वसिष्ठं तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः यौ श्यावाश्वमवतो वद्र्यश्वं मित्रावरुणा पुरुमीढमत्रिं यौ विमदम् अवतः सप्तवद्रिं तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः यौ भरद्वाजमवतो यौ गविष्ठिरं विश्वामित्रं वरुणमित्रकुत्सं यौ कक्षीवन्तमवतः प्रोतकण्वं तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः यौ मेधातिथिम् अवतो यौ त्रिशोकं मित्रावरुणा उषानां काव्यं यौ गौतमोमवतः प्रोतमुद्गलं तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः Yayo ratas satyavartmarjurashmir mituya charantam avyati dushayan Taumi mitra varunau natito johavimi Tauno munchatamam hasaha Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. 5 minutes, 7 minutes. Wonderful. No? I am happy कि able to chant them. अब डर कम हो गया. But anyway, regular practice makes us, in that good stride also. If the practice misses, then again we forget and go back to that state of knowing nothing. Right, friends? Now the last but one sadhana of Gayatri Mantra. Today's Rishi is Upamanyu Rishi. He is also Mahabhakta. He is the son of Vyagrapada, of whom yesterday we have chanted the Gayatri Mantra. Okay, Upamanyu is Vyagrapada Maharshi Putra. Then his mother is Amba or Atreyi. Then he is also from his fatherland, from childhood, he is a great Shiva Bhakta. His story is parents very poor, could not give the milk. Therefore, some rice powder is watered and then made as a milk and given to him. Then he asked the mother, he tasted, na, ye to nahi mujhe original milk chahiye. Their mother said, I can't give, you pray to Lord Shiva. Then that Upamanyu does such a terrific tapasya for Lord Shiva. Then it is said as per Purana, when he did tapasya to Shiva for the milk, Bhagavan Shiva has given him the entire Kshira Sagara. Lele pura tumhara. That is the Upamanyu's great, great glory. So the Vamsha is Parabrahma Paramatma, Brahmadeva, Vasishta, Shakti, Parashara, then Vyagarpada, then Upamanyu. Okay. Then Upamanyu's kathas come in so many places in Purana Itihasa. Main is in Mahabharata. It is the surprising thing for you and me, that Lord Krishna goes to Upamanyu, Rishi Maharshi, and asks him, Krishna Bhagavan himself, asks him about Shiva Mahima. Then the Upamanyu gives the Shiva Mahima to Lord Krishna. And in that Mahima of Lord Shiva, taught by Upamanyu to Lord Krishna, is the entire Shiva Sahasranama Stotra. So therefore, Shiva Sahasranama, which we chant, Hazar Naam Lord Shiva, they are in that the Shishya is Lord Krishna, to whom the Guru, the Upamanyu, taught it. Now you understand how great is that Rishi. Ki Jagat Guru Bhagavan Krishna ko, he taught the Shiva Mahima. Then in Shiva Purana also, in the Dvayaviya Samhita, the Upamanyu's great tapasya, Shiva Darshana, all of that. In Linga Purana also, Shiva Upamanyu Katha comes. Skanda Purana too very exhaustively tells about him. Therefore, Upamanyu Maharshi, though has not written Granthas, but Shiva Bhakti, Pashupata Vrata, Shiva Sahasranama and Mahima, Shiva Tattva Vivarana, all of that he has taught to Lord Shiva, Lord Krishna. Shivanugraharasya, Shiva Sahasranama, Pashupata Vrata, Shiva Aradhana Vidhanam, all of that Lord Krishna learns from the Upamanyu as per Mahabharata. He goes to his ashrama, stays there and learns. Of such Upamanyu Maharshi, the glories are Pratyaksha Shiva Darshana, example for Shiva Bhakti, teacher of Shiva Tattva to Lord Krishna himself, the one because of whom we got this most powerful Shiva Sahasranama Stotra. Then Pashupata Vrata Rahasya also he has come. Then Guru Bhakti, the Matru Bhakti, the Deva Bhakti, the Tapasya, the Taponishta. For all of that, he is an example. So through his life, the Shiva Bhakti Mahima we can know. Through his life inspired, we can know that through tapasya, we can have Bhagavad Sakshatkara and the Guru required to teach us. Then Shiva Smarana frees us from all problems. Then when you do the prayers with all devotion, they are answered. These are the things we learn from him. Okay. The mantra is what? Om Shiva Bhaktaya Vidmahe शिव महिमोपदेशकाय धीमहि तन्नो उप तन्नः तन्नो उपमन्यु महर्षि प्रचोदयात्. दिस इज द मंत्र. शिव भक्ताय शिव महिमोपदेशकाय. ओम उपमन्यु महर्षये नमः. परब्रह्म परमात्मा स्वरूपिणे नमः. ध्यायामि आवाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि छत्रचामरादीन् समर्पयामि. समस्त शक्त्योपचार भक्त्योपचारादीन् समर्पयामि. स्तोत्रेण जपादिना मंत्रेण कीर्तनादिना तोषयामि. ओम श्री उपमन्यु महर्षये नमः. नमस्करोमि तव चरणौ शरणागतोऽस्मि. प्रार्थयामि मां रक्ष रक्ष मां परमात्मानुभवं प्रति प्रचोदनं कृत्वा अस्मिन् जन्मन्यस्मिन् क्षणे एव परमात्मानुभवेन मुक्तिं प्रदेहि. तथा च सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिक हैन्दव संस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां संरक्षणाभिवृद्धिं विश्वव्याप्तिं कुरु. विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगतिं कुरु इति प्रार्थयामि. ओम शिवभक्ताय विद्महे शिवमहिमोपदेशकाय धीमहि तन्नो उपमन्यु महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम शिवभक्ताय विद्महे शिवमहिमोपदेशकाय धीमहि तन्नो उपमन्यु महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम शिवभक्ताय विद्महे शिवमहिमोपदेशकाय धीमहि तन्नो उपमन्यु महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम शिवभक्ताय विद्महे शिव महिमोपदेशकाय धीमहि तन्नो उपमन्यु महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम शिवभक्ताय विद्महे शिव महिमोपदेशकाय धीमहि तन्नो उपमन्यु महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम शिवभक्ताय विद्महे शिव महिमोपदेशकाय धीमहि तन्नो उपमन्यु महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम शिवभक्ताय विद्महे शिव महिमोपदेशकाय धीमहि तन्नो उपमन्यु महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम शिवभक्ताय विद्महे शिव महिमोपदेशकाय धीमहि तन्नो उपमन्यु महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम शिवभक्ताय विद्महे शिव महिमोपदेशकाय धीमहि तन्नो उपमन्यु महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम शिवभक्ताय विद्महे शिवोपदेशकाय धीमहि तन्नो उपमन्यु महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम शिवभक्ताय विद्महे शिव महिमोपदेशकाय धीमहि तन्नो उपमन्यु महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम शिवभक्ताय विद्महे शिव महिमोपदेशकाय धीमहि तन्नो उपमन्यु महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम शिवभक्ताय विद्महे शिव महिमोपदेशकाय धीमहि तन्नो उपमन्यु महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम शिवभक्ताय विद्महे शिव महिमोपदेशकाय धीमहि तन्नो उपमन्यु महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम शिवभक्ताय विद्महे शिव महिमोपदेशकाय धीमहि तन्नो उपमन्यु महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम शिवभक्ताय विद्महे शिव महिमोपदेशकाय धीमहि तन्नो उपमन्यु महर्षिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम श्री उपमन्यु महर्षये नमः. नमस्करोमि तव चरणौ शरणागतोऽस्मि. मां रक्ष रक्ष इति प्रार्थयामि. मम आत्मानुभवं प्रति प्रचोदनेन आत्मानुभवेन मुक्तिं प्रदेहि इति प्रार्थयामि. सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकैन्दव संस्कृतेः अपि संरक्षणं कुरु इति प्रार्थयामि. ओम उपमन्यु महर्षये नमः. 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 ओम उपमन्यु महर्षये नमो नमः. Done. Last sadhana. Again, shortcut. The common sense thought is what? Ki by now we might have gone through so many things in life and got the data sufficient through various experiences on which, having done the vimarsha, we should get answers to the main problems of life, main questions of life, main doubts of life. In short, what is life of a human being? Is nothing but negotiation. We have to negotiate with the three things. All the knowledge about this and practically doing it and saving ourselves is the fulfillment of life. One thing we have to negotiate is about the world around us. For that, the knowledge is required. Updation of the knowledge is required. Correct knowledge is required. Convincing knowledge is required. Practice of that knowledge is required to negotiate with the outer world of things, of beings, of the situations. In short, what time, because of which people, in what situation, what type of things bring us what anubhuti we don't know. We don't know. We can't expect. We can never command the world continuously. Then what? We have to learn the art of how to negotiate with all of them to save our skin. The sadhana saramsha, two things. One is never from yourself or your side expect anything from the world. The moment you start expecting, you get always disappointed. Second is what? Whatever it is, accept it. Non expectation and complete acceptance are the way by which you can negotiate with the world to save yourself. Otherwise, there will be an endless struggle, endless fighting, endless inner frustration and misery, and outer failure. है ना? Like anywhere you go, you are in a bus traveling, train traveling, flight traveling, or you are in an office, or you are staying in a locality. In all these places, you have neighbors, even while you are traveling, driving the car. Of the neighbors are there, they are family, small family, or big family, or elderly people, or deceased people. अरे कुछ भी हो सकता है. Anybody it can be, and because of that, anything can happen in in that place. Suppose your neighbors are such. वो म्यूजिक लगाएंगे, वो नॉनवेज बनाएंगे, वो चप्पल इधर उधर फेंकेंगे, उधर कपड़े टांगेंगे, वो लोग चिल्लाएंगे. You tell them, if they are understanding matured people, they first of all know कि there is a neighbor, we should not disturb him. If they don't have that maturity, then they behave nonsense. And when you try to tell them, that becomes ego, that becomes a prestige issue. Then it becomes a competition. All the time, instead of Bhagwan in your mind, only the useless people and the issues you will carry the load. एक example मैं बता रहा हूँ. So too with the wife, so too with the husband, so too with the children. Other than non-expectation and an acceptance, there is no way to negotiate with this world. World is not in our hands, and everyone have their excuses, their justifications, their requirements, their prarabdhas. क्या क्या होता है इस दुनिया में? If we have not learned in the advance only, like I am going in a train, let's say bus, anybody can be my neighbor. I am going to accept him, whatever it is. I am not going to expect anything. Half of the problem is solved. When we become practical about it, smilingly, remaining solved. And mainly thing is, our goal is not to change the world, improve the world, make the world convenient according to us. No. Whatever it is there, we are using it for our sadhana. This is how an extensible topic, extensively to be or can be discussed topic it is. बहुत सारे बातें इसमें आ सकते हैं. Summary is told. Second thing which we have to negotiate is with our own selves. Our sharira, prana, indriya, mana, buddhi. With regard to this, other than the strict discipline, self-accepted self-discipline, we can never master them, manage them, and make them yield what the real goal is. Again, here also, if that art is not known of the need of strict discipline, we become lavish, we become licentious. At the time of allowing them, it all looks to be goody goody, but thereafter, the problems which these upadhis bring to us are unsurmountable. Like food example. If strict discipline, say food discipline, if I follow, I don't fall sick. I can maintain all the time my health, all through life. But if I am becoming lavish or if I am licentious, then just to consume the wrong food, wrong time, more quantity and all, who will suffer later on? The body will suffer and identified with the body, I only suffer. Then what is required if not the strict discipline? So too with the senses, so too with the mind, so too the intellect, other than the strict disciplines. The disciplines are called as these Adveshta Sarvabhutanams, the Abhayam Sattva Samshuddhis, these Amanitvam Adambitvam. They are all to train us to negotiate only these three things. And they are very essential and they have to be deeply understood, analyzed if you want to be a safe, secured, happy, fulfilling human being. Or else we suffer ourselves and we give trouble to everyone around us. Big topic it is, huh? It's a big management course. 10 days I can talk on that. Okay? The third thing to negotiate is the purpose of our life, the goal of life. It cannot be anything outer, it is spiritual. And for that, total commitment, total application, total dedication, all that tapasyas, they are required to negotiate with this reaching of this goal. That you are doing it. The tapasya of sitting for 1 hour 45 minutes. It's not an ordinary thing. And at that time, so many other things you have sacrificed. Then only you are able to sit and listen and do 7 things in 1 hour 15 minutes or 1.5 hour. है कि नहीं? फल भी उतना ही महान है और उसके लिए we have to negotiate by our those devotions, our faiths, our commitments, our desires that we have to evolve in spiritual goal. In these are the ones with which we will be negotiating our spiritual goal. Negotiating means involving in it extensively and really doing what's to be done and experiencing the results. These three main headings is called as the life. Outer world negotiation, negotiating with ourselves, and our main goal. ये तीनों लगातार करना पड़ता है. You can't miss the goal. You cannot miss to manage yourself. You cannot avoid being in this very world. Same world you will be there. Variety of problems, complications will come. हम तो एक आध example दिए. Any friend can cheat you. Anybody can knock your door. Anytime the government can change the rules, regulations. Anytime the cost of living can increase. Anytime कुछ भी होगा इस जगत में, including the natural calamities. Anytime the cyclone can come, rain can come. You cannot know what happens in the world at what time. You can never, and never we can imagine that something will be convenient to us. Convenience is a mental concept. Don't try to change the world. Learn to understand, learn to accept, learn to that way negotiate by not expecting. You save. और ये आदत बनना चाहिए. If you don't accept and if go on expecting, the things as expected are never fulfilled. If fulfilled, the greed for more and more expectations grow. There is no end to that. जैसा है वो ठीक है बस. And you can see in so many families, the matured person accepts all as they are. He is at peace. Others are disturbed, frustrated. अरे तुम्हारे घर में बच्चे सब ऐसे नालायक बुद्धू हैं, ऐसे आप उनको एजुकेट क्यों नहीं करते हो और कैसे ऐसे आराम से पीसफुली बैठे हो? He gives the answer. That is my prarabdha of this life. I in the beginning only accepted 20 years back. I am so happy from then onwards. Neither I try to involve in their life, nor I try to suggest them, nor I improve upon them. I just accept. So, bas aisa hi hai bas. And main purpose is not what my goal is not to change the world. My goal is for my inner spiritual journey. This is another Maya of the Upadhis and the outer world. Another Maya means the main Maya, which again tries to pull our attention from the real goal. जिसको परमात्मा में गोल होता है ना, वो इन सब ट्रिवियल चीज को ज्यादा मायना नहीं देता. Because otherwise the whole inner mind is disturbed so much. For trivials we disturb our mind so much. And for years together we keep disturbing. Especially as I said with the co-fellow human beings. Whether they be family members or your own neighborhood, anybody, then you can never be at peace. जब कभी ध्यान में बैठे हो, आपको नाइबर और उनके करतूती याद आ रहे हैं, तो when will you meditate on Lord? What is the way? Just accept. Just don't expect. ऐसा ही है दुनिया. And mind you, wherever you go, it will be like that. If your prarabdha is there. So by changing the place or time, temporary solution will come. But inside, if you are changing, the solution is permanent. That's how today's common sense thought is very crucial, worthy of lengthy discussion, but you do contemplation. Thank you. Om Purnamadaha श्री श्रुति माता की जय। धन्यवाद। ओम 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 ओम. Now study Gita for some 15 minutes.